The Wonder Years are releasing 2 new songs in the styles of their most popular albums, The Upsides and Suburbia. I've given you all, and now I'm nothing. The occasion is the 10-year anniversary of both albums, and we weren't supposed to get these songs until December, but the Wonder Years challenged their fans to get out and register to vote, which they did, so the Wonder Years treated fans with a new song, Brakeless. With the song set to originally be released in December, my guess is the band has an entire marketing rollout planned for reissues of the albums on vinyl, posters, stickers, merch, etc. The band spoke about the new songs and gave some backstory on Twitter, saying, "Brakeless is one of the 2 new songs we recorded over the summer. We were thinking about ways to celebrate the 10-year anniversaries of The Upsides and Suburbia. The 2 records were released a year apart, and maybe from the outside they feel like different eras of the band, but internally it was one long sleep-deprived blur of rest stop bathrooms, Walmart parking lots, airport floors, and dirty green rooms. To us, the 2 records are forever intertwined and needed to be celebrated together. In a deep dive through an old hard drive, I, Dan, stumbled onto a voice note demo dated during the writing of Suburbia. It was a song I never showed the band because I didn't feel like it had a place on the record, and the idea struck me to try to go back in time and turn it into a full song. And then we thought, if we're gonna do a new song in the style of Suburbia, then we should do one in the style of Upsides as well. So we did. We went back and dug through old used ideas from that era. We reread journals and shifted through memories, and we wrote 2 new songs that we feel would be at home on those records, and we got the team back together to do it. The question now is, what will the Wonder Years sound like in the future? I think, like most people, we all got into the Wonder Years during that Upside, Suburbia album cycle, and those 2 albums are pop-punk classics. The Wonder Years moved away from the old style of pop-punk in the 2000s, the cheesy, heavy relationship era-based songs, and they emphasized songwriting, really good songwriting, and telling stories, all while having an upbeat, catchy sound. Then I think a lot of people fell off with the Wonder Years with No Closer to Heaven and Sister Cities. No Closer to Heaven kept the essence of the Wonder Years with an expanded sound, but Sister Cities I think was a big misstep from the band. I rarely go back and listen to that album, minus a few songs. Pyramids of Salt's really good, and the title track Sister Cities, but besides that, yeah, I rarely go back to that album. And I remember saying in my initial review of Sister Cities that I didn't think it was such a bad album that people were gonna, move away from the band in droves, but looking back on it now, overall, Sister Cities is my least favorite album from the band by far. Now, you may have noticed I did leave out one album, and that's because Get Stoked On It is a fun, easy-core pop-punk album. It does what it's supposed to do. It's fun. The band really needs to relax with the hate that they give that album. But seriously, The Greatest Generation is the band's most complete album. It's the perfect mix of pop-punk and great songwriting. That's the sound I wish the Wonder Years would take on in the future. It's more of a unique sound. It's not the funny, ha-ha pop-punk, and it's not so overly serious, and where it kind of just falls flat for me on Sister City. So if the band is thinking about what sound to do on future work, my choice and the style that I would personally like to hear is The Greatest Generation. I think it's the band's best album. It's the best of the Wonder Years. Listening to Brakeless for the first time, I was instantly transported back to listening to The Upsides or Suburbia for the first time, and that's the sentiment I've seen a lot online, is through the first, few seconds of the song, you are instantly transported back to the first time you ever heard the Wonder Years during that Upsides and Suburbia era. The song deals with being down on your luck and economic hardship in a desperate, hope-filled way. The sound, the lyrics, Dan's voice, it all fits that era and that style of the Wonder Years perfectly. And look, I'm just having fun with the title of the video and thumbnail, and to me it's pretty obvious what the Wonder Years are doing here. They've been very blatant on Twitter saying that these 2 new songs are going to be in the style of Upsides and Suburbia, and there wouldn't really be a reason to say that if their newer material was going to sound like the Upsides or Suburbia, because then Brakeless would just be a new song. There wouldn't be any reason to preface the release saying that it's going to be in the styles of their older material. So to me, it's very obvious that the new Wonder Years, their next album, is going to be more Sister Cities than Upsides or Suburbia. But who knows, maybe if the band isn't working on the next album already, then the outcry and the response of fans loving these two new songs, Brakeless and the new song set to be released in December, if the fan support is so massive with these songs, then maybe there is going to be more of a hint of Upsides or Suburbia on the band's next album. What do you think about the brand new song from the Wonder Years? Let me know down in the comments below. And what kind of style and vibe and sound do you want the Wonder Years to take on in their newer material? Let me know all that down in the comments below. Please like and share the video, subscribe if you haven't, tell all your friends, follow me on Twitter, and thanks for watching.